To start, you're going to need to start off with a magic ring. Okay, and to do a magic ring, you're going to wrap around like that, in through there, twist, and there's your magic ring. Now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and that counts as a stitch. Now we're going to do a total of 12 double crochets. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the last one, 12. Okay. We're going to pull on the string and slip stitch into this very top of the chain 2 that we did. Okay, and that's row 1 done. For row 2, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and into this stitch that's right underneath this one, you're going to do 2 double crochets into this. Okay. For this round, you're going to do 2 double crochets into every stitch until you get to this one. And one more time just to show you. 1, 2. Okay, so it's 2 double crochets into every stitch from now on until you get to this stitch, and I'll meet you once I get there. Okay, I'm at the end here, and I'm going to do 1 more double crochet into that space, okay, to complete the 2 double crochets needed for the end here, because this is 1 double crochet, this is the second one that goes into this space. After this, you should have a total of 24 stitches. I'm just going to go to the top here, so you can count if you wish. Okay, so you want 12 for round 1 and 24 for round 2. This beanie is for a male size, so I'm going to do a total of 11 rounds in this pink color, and then I'll change into my next color. But to continue into row 3, you're going to need to chain 2. Okay, then you're going to go into this stitch again, same thing we did in the previous round. Okay, so that's 1, and then into the next one you're going to do 2 double crochets. So it's 1 double crochet into the next and 2 double crochet into the next. So 1, 2. Okay, and this is the repeat all the way around. So into the next stitch, 1 double crochet, and into the next stitch, 2 double crochet. So this is the repeat all the way around, and you end it the same way. Okay, so you're going to do, I'll meet you once I get to the end here. Okay, I'm at the end of round 3, and you always want to end off with a single double crochet left, because when you go into this space it counts as a double. Please keep this in mind. Okay, now I'm just going to slip stitch into that top, and that's row 3 done. And please take note that anytime we add 2 double crochets into one stitch, that's called an increase. Okay, so what we just did was we just did 1 double crochet and an increase, 1 double crochet and an increase. Okay, we're going to follow something similar to this pattern. It's just a slight change to add on to this. So for row 4 we're going to chain 2. Okay, same thing into that same stitch. Right underneath there we're going to do 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch we're going to do 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch we're going to do an increase, which is 2 double crochets into the same stitch, 1 and 2. Okay, and this is to repeat all the way around. So 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and into the next stitch a increase, which is 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, so that's the repeat all the way around. And once again, when you get here to this one, not this one, when you get here you should end off with 1 double crochet, so you can finish off the double crochet here. I'm going to meet you once I've slip stitched into this stitch to continue row 5. Okay, so as you can see there is a pattern going on now. So in row 3 we did 1 and an increase. In row 4 we did 2 and an increase. Okay, so for row 5, yes, we are going to do 3 and an increase. Okay, meaning chain 2 underneath that same stitch, 1 into the next one, 2 into the next one, 3. Okay, so and then into the 4th is an increase. Okay, this is the repeat. Into the next one, to the next stitch, 2 into the next stitch, 3. Okay, and into the 4th, an increase. So for row 6 we will be doing 4 and an increase. What I mean by this is, so to start off your row 6, chain 2 into the same stitch, 1 into the next, 2 into the next, 3 into the next, 4. Okay, then an increase. So you're always going to do an increase for this row in your 5th stitch. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 and then an increase. Same thing, 1 2 3 4 into the next one and increase, which is the 5th. Okay, so this is the repeat all the way around, and I'll meet you for row 7. Okay, so for row 7 and the final row of increases, we are going to do 5 and an increase. What I mean by this is to start row 7, chain 2 into that next stitch there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets into each stitch, and then an increase into the next one, which is the 6th one. So 1, 2. Okay, so this is the repeat. You're going to repeat this all the way around again until you get to the end, and I'll meet you for row 8. So for row 8 to 11 actually, we are going to do the same thing, which is chain 2 into that next space, double crochet, and into every single stitch double crochet. Okay, so no more increases. We're just going to double crochet all the way around, and we're going to repeat this until round 11. Okay, so we're currently at 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to continue this, and I will join you back once I have completed all 11 rows and I get to the end of it around here, and I'll show you how to change color into the next. Okay, so I am going to show you how to end and start all the rows from now on. Since we're not doing any more increases, we wouldn't want to add on to this space, or it will increase the beanie. So what we're going to do is we're just going to end off at that very last visible stitch. Okay, then we're going to slip stitch at the top of the next one to finish it off. Okay, and to continue to start off the next round, this is currently row 8 done. Next is now row 9, same thing, chain 2 and into the next. Okay, stitch. Okay, if you see that this line is going kind of like that way a little bit, what you can do is, instead of going into this stitch, just for the sake of it, okay, you can go into the next one. Okay, but if you go into the next one, you do want to go into this last one here. Okay, so, well, when you get back, you want to go into that last one. So you can alternate between going into this and stopping here, not here, okay, or going into this and stopping here. So just to get a straight line, it's up to you. Okay, if you don't mind the straight line, then you can just go, if you don't mind not having a straight line and going up, you can just continue going the same way that I just did now. Okay, so I'm now going to continue. I do not like it going squiff too much, so I will add a little bit of this alternation. Okay, so I am now at the end of row 11. I am just going to finish this off and start off the change of color. Okay, so skipping that one, and I'm going to start the slip stitch but not finish it. Okay, I'm gonna cut my wool. Then I'm going to attach the next color, which is the purple. And then complete the slip stitch. Okay, same thing you've been doing this whole time. Continue the same way. Okay, into every stitch. So this is now row 12. I'm going to end here and then slip stitch and continue from row 12 to 19. Okay, so I'll meet you once I've gotten to row 19. Okay, so now I'm at the end of row 19, which is the 8th row of the purple color. I don't know if you noticed, but this beanie is currently smaller. I made a change in between. I do apologize. Okay, so from row 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I stopped. If you can see here, this is the last increases that I did, and this is on row 6. So you want to end your increases on row 6 and start your normal into every stitch on row 7. Okay, I do apologize for this. I noticed that my beanie was getting really big, and no one wants a really big beanie. Okay, so please do apply this change. So this is the correction that I was talking about earlier. Okay, so once again, your increases end at row 6, not row 7. So do not do increases in row 7. Start your double crochet into every stitch at row 7. Okay, not row 8. Okay, cool. Now that that's sorted, I will now complete this by joining my new color. Okay, and now we're going into the blue. The same way you join the purple, start off your slip stitch. Okay, and then join the blue. Continue your slip stitch and just pull on the ends a little bit. Okay, same thing, chain 2 into the next stitch and into every stitch, doing a double crochet, ending here. Okay, so basically what you did here is what you're going to do here for another 11 rows of this blue. Okay, what we're going to do is, actually it's another 10 rows, and the final row will be a single crochet row to complete 30 rows in total. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this blue for another 10 rows. Okay, so this will be row 20 to 29. And I'll meet you once I've gotten my 29 total rows. Okay, so now I am now at the end. I currently have a total of 29 rounds. Okay, so I'm going to do my last round, which is the 30th one, and this is going to be a single crochet round. Okay, to start you're going to need to do 2 chains and into the next stitch, the same way we've been doing it this whole time, do a single crochet. And this is what we're going to repeat all the way around. We're going to do single crochets all the way around until we get to the same spot as well, which is here. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch, and yeah, that's the beanie part done. This is what it currently looks like at the back and at the front. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to be putting the Heartstopper leaves and text bubble on this, and then I'm going to sew it on. I do apologize for the sound in the background. This is how I will be arranging the leaves and the text bubble on the beanie. I have these two at the back currently, but I'm going to take it to the back, so I can't really show you right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a needle and thread to attach this leaves to the beanie itself. You can attach it whichever way you see fit. I'm gonna try get this done, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. Okay, so it's all stitched down, and this is the final product. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well.